Thanks to Hunter and Amy and the Bombay Gin editors for including me in the issue and for this gathering. I'm sorry I cannot be there in person. And hi to all fellow contributors, and I look forward to hearing and watching the recording of this this time together. Thank you again for including me. I'm going to read a piece called Psalm. Through the storm and after the rain, in all ways and forever. The privilege of your spiritual art lives like a merciful rain, and so the psalm resolves to be in, even when engagement means irresolution, and only instruments strike for tenor. In with vibration, rain as vibration, rain as a way to enter contradiction, or the in of investment. The supreme instrument becomes love, thankful, a future engineered to be unerring. Unerringly gracious, not unlike acknowledgement. Should love ever experience love? So the piece in the upcoming issue is from a series called Watched for Music, and I thought I'd read one or two other pieces from that series to sort of give a larger context to that one piece. I was born and raised in apartheid era South Africa, and a lot of my writing of the last many years has been engaged with sort of understanding the very sort of personal migration from a land of nationalistic fervor and racism to a land where I thought I was leaving that behind, but I'm finding with great horror that that is simply not the truth. And so in this Watched for Music series, I'm sort of attending to and exploring and playing with writing from the height of the sort of the jazz of the 50s and the 60s, and writing about the civil rights era that was sort of in tandem to that, trying to make sense of the landscape of race in my adopted country, and being on some level somewhat horrified by finding that I haven't escaped what I thought I did when I left South Africa. This piece, Parfait, is with reference to Max Roach and the Money Jungle album. Parfait. They made their own sounds and their own movements. To point to Africa, but to run the figure on American instruments, done twice to become its own form, the unsung mirror to now. We is not an instrument, the way rhythm is not neglect. To go on is to employ story that is more interesting than the now. No, the instrument is unsung, and the rot is its own talent, created twice for cultural renaming. In redefinition is encouragement, an American emancipation where change is unsung and the instrument is always African. Movement towards the now employs neglect and timekeepers. So Alabama references Coltrane's spectacular piece of music, which is a response to the Birmingham bombings of 1963, which he wrote in response to Martin Luther King's eulogy. And the lexicon for this piece comes from that eulogy, and my response to Alabama's Coltrane's Alabama. Alabama, they were discussing the eternal meaning, yes, of love. That afternoon, that life, this aristocracy, a brief American moment, an attempt at affirmation like saying freedom is innocent or the road is real, merely to open a flood of trying, a flight toward the innocent, the impossible. Experience requires faith when eternity is an exit from sense. Every removal ends on the inner road, a tribute to force, or innocence negative, the respect for now, this way out for children of an afternoon in America, our rich, noble trying, our now, an afternoon of innocence behind the curtain, after which the one becomes your now. And then this is the piece in the issue, referencing language from Bruce Chapman, writing about this symphony that was created out of his songlines, hybrid fiction, non-fiction. All she had to know was the song, and she knew where she was. To get back, she just sang the song in reverse. A longed-for imaginary, as though navigation is evolution, story, omen, music, its adversity. This felt becomes at once tenuous and noble, arriving in verses on the one neither orchestral nor geographic, grass as instrument, landscape as song. Here is our invitation to gather under years of native ancestry, of aridity and thorn scrub, an incanted return. Here the ostinato, holding to the natural between ear and here, in the silent walking breath of the woman from whom we all descend. Thank you again for including me. Look forward to hearing everybody else's.